regardless of whether it's scalable.
Yeah.
Because if the curve
Ring
is
goes
stronger
halfway.
than the flat. Big parabolic arch, big Roman aqueducts. They're still standing in many parts of the world
Yeah.
with this, but this, big Egypt, they're not standing. Think the Parthenon, they're not standing, right? But these, they're still standing, right? Okay. All right, so now let's make my foot ring. I'm going to decide the foot ring's going to go right about here. And I make this distance the same thickness as the piece.
About a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, whatever my piece is, right? Okay. So then, where do we start? Do we start here? I don't. I start here, right here. And notice how I trim? You're probably watching this. I want you to watch this, right? What's this doing? Pressing and, right? Not this. Anybody trim like this?
Yeah.
Don't. You want to trim like this. You get all the benefit of this, and you get this too, right? So I like to start here and look, work my way out, because no matter how carefully you cut it with the wire, there's always something funky like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, like that little bit?
Yeah.
And if I start trimming out there, that was
Jagged. Yeah.
and I just keep going in, and I get the same problem further in. So I started here and work out,
Okay.
like this. That takes off the bump without repeating it. I always start with the angular first, see? The angle of the tool first. Yes, that makes a series of grooves, no doubt. But then I smooth. If I don't want the grooves, I smooth them all out later on with the flat part. When you trim the larger diameter pieces, going faster is a good idea with your wheel. Because look how long it takes to go from here. One full revolution takes longer the bigger the diameter gets. Translation. As we're trimming, we want to affect this area for a full revolution before we move up.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, we're by definition making the wall thickness uneven.
Yes.
So, does that make sense?
Yep.
For those of you who are really like to think analytically, which I do, but then I like to let go of that and just sort of think poetically, which is harder for me, but I've learned how to do it. All right, so now, I start here usually. How much could I trim with this? Not much.
no.
Remember?
1/2 inch.
Maybe like that much?
Yeah,
Depth
like a
wise?
1/4. Yeah.
I do that first. Now watch. So that as I start to trim out, am I going to go deeper? Yes. Why? Because it goes higher on the other side. It's a curve. If it's flat, you trim flat. What's the goal? Even cross section.
Yeah.
Notice this. Let your hands touch each other. And notice by putting your fingers here, look what happens. You get that stuff and get that out of there. You don't want it going underneath your tool.
Yeah.
Hope I'm addressing some of the problems that you guys have had. And look. Now, isn't it nice that I did that? Because now I know I can
No.
trim some more.
Yes.
Once you get out here, you think, oh, I'm done. No, I can trim more. Watch. I take it off in 1/16 of an inch increments. Watch. And then it's some point I start switching to a bigger tool. Because, you know, the outer edge is crispier and more difficult to cut through. But once you're inside, it's a little softer. I'm boldly going because it's a demo and you don't want to watch me do this for 2 hours. So I'm probably trim a little more carefully when you're actually not watching. I just go for it during a demo because I want you guys to get the idea quickly. But if you notice this part, this is, I think, really important to keep this, don't trim. This is not how to trim. This is not how to trim. This is how to trim.
Good to know.
When it starts sounding like a drum, you're probably there. But you're probably going to get chicken before I do,
Yeah.
and you're going to want to check it. So I'm going to show you how to
Totally.
check it.
Okay.
All right, now, look right here and see where that level is. And then look right here and see where that level is. Right now, I think this is a little higher. When you say, Sophia, than that? Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't it be lower? Yeah, because.
Right.
So what does that tell you? I can trim it. The play is talking to me. If I pay attention. In other words, if I've gone this far here and I didn't go through it, I could definitely go more here. That's the translation. So what I'm going to try to do, Sophia, is try to get this point right here to be slightly below that point right there. Because I know that's going to give me an even cross-section, which is my goal. Even cross-sections means doesn't crack and feels right later. All right, that looks pretty good. So I think we're almost there, but I'm going to check it. Notice I haven't trimmed this part at all. Right? Isn't that the original bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea because I thought this was my tools, but they're here. See, look.
She's shopping. She's
Check it
shopping.
out. Can you see how I've trimmed only an eighth of an inch? Look over here. See, more.
Yeah. On the
That's
sides.
what it should be if it's a curve.
Yeah.
If it's a flat plate, it should be the same.
Okay.
And you think, well, I don't remember what I have. Wrong answer. You need to know that before you flip that
Flip
Even
it over.
start. Yes.
Right, okay. So I'm going to save this for last because that gives me,
Oh,
once I take this off, I don't know where I am.
no idea. Yeah.
This is my original reference point, so save that. Now let's do this. Let's check it. No, don't do that. You're going to have to grab it, you're going to push, you're going to cause a stress, which causes those cracks to appear later at the rim. So instead you do it this way. Then, feels good. Right? And when I do this, my fingers
Oh.
aren't getting further apart.
Yeah.
I can feel right here, and I can feel, so put your fingers here and go like this. And if they go like this, I'm exaggerating, of course, but you know, that's something to check. You could. It should be this everywhere. That feels good to me. I can feel this. I don't want to trim anymore. I don't want to get a thin spot right there. Definitely not. The weight feels good because I'm not picking it up by the rim. I'm picking it up down here by the foot. Right? The weight feels really good. So that's good. So now what I can do,
Flip it back over.
if you don't do this flip with the back thing, I guarantee you're going to have road attacks. And who wants that? All right, so now, I'm not going to trim I'm not going to trim for weight now. I'm just trimming that. I don't need any pads. What's going to hold it on the wheel? its own weight. Because I'm just trimming a little. Look. If you're scared, put them there. There should not be a.
Yeah.
If there is, it means you didn't wire it right. And then you're screwed. Because it's really hard to level it, right? So, no, we do not want to leave an edge like that. Too sharp. Look. Bevel. Bevel. Because then when I glaze it, I can glaze down to that bevel
Right up
line,
to
and
it.
I can glaze to that bevel line inside. Okay. All right, that's good enough. Now let's. Now's a good time to maybe sign it. I like using dull pointed things. And then, because I don't like to use a needle because you can't see it later. Use something dull and see what about those? Leave them there now. If you wipe them now, they stick. Leave it for another hour, then they just wipe right off. And do take them off because they'll get sharp if you leave them all the way to the glaze fire. All right, so now we're done with all of that. So now we can go over here.